I hope you are ready for one of the best feel-good stories you're going to see today. I can guarantee it, because the ice water that is being doused upon the Democrats and their hopes for political power again and some sort of relevance is draining and drowning like a rat jumping from a ship. This is going to be one of the highlights of your day, I guarantee it. Everything that I'm about to show you coming from the New York Times is linked in the description box below. This is incredible. The time to pour the pedal all the way to the metal, all the way to the floor, make sure you win and you send them packing forever is right now. You've never had a better opportunity. Everything's linked. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We have got a country to save, damn it, and that's what we're going to do. All right, let's get into this, because I have got to show you the merch, the special limited time design that I just launched right now. It's fulfilled by 9line. It's supporting American workers and veterans. Hard work, patriotism, unification for our country. That's the idea behind this shirt. Designed on the front and on the back. This espouses our beliefs and supports the mission at this channel. Thesecondpress.co, you're a member there, 10% off on this merch and anything in the future. It's about the broader fight, because we are about to send these people packing if we do it. And in fact, speaking of sending them packing, I got this little ad coming in on a trolling report from Michelle Loan Grisham. I mean, look at her wearing that. Like, she's repping our merch. She doesn't even know. Now, of course, that's a creation I made, but it's still funny. Guys, link in the description. Please support the channel. Get your limited time design shirt. They're available through Friday. Let's get into this. Oh, man. You know, one thing you don't want to be when you see one of these graphs? The blue team. Look at this. That is the change in share of registered voters in 2020 to 2024. Guys, if there's any doubt for what I've been telling you for the last 9 months of you are in a position to not only win, but to run up the score, I don't know how to better illustrate it than that graph right there. Nationwide, the registration is down. This is brand identity. This is identification inside the Democrat Party. No one wants to be associated with them. Insert reason here. We'll hit on it all throughout the rest of this channel. But the bottom line is, people want to be associated with Team Red. They don't want to be associated with Team Blue. And guess who lives in Team Blue? Those pesky gun controllers of who we fight all the frickin' time. Your opportunity is right now. Wait until I show you what they are saying inside this New York Times article. New York Times either goes like full-on socialist, abolish the Senate, or they go full-on red pill. This one turns out to be a red pill. Check this out. The Democratic Party faces voter registration crisis. The party is bleeding support beyond the ballot box, a new analysis shows. Guys, your opportunity is now. You want to relegate them to the dustbin of history, which I'm going to say for a long time. This is your chance. Join us. Let's freaking go. It's for our country and for the next generation. August 20th, that is today. The Democratic Party is hemorrhaging voters long before they even go to the polls. That's party identification. Of the 30 states that track voter registration by political party, Democrats lost ground to Republicans in every single one between the 2020 and 2024 elections, and often by a lot. A deep political hole that could take years for Democrats to climb out of. This is the bottom line. If your opponents are climbing out of a hole and they are losing and they are disjointed and they cannot find unification, the time to take back everything they took from you is right now. This is incredibly important. That's why we're going on the offense at the Second Press. That's why we're designing these shirts. That's why we're organizing all the different things that we're organizing, from new tech to old tech, because they have vulnerabilities and you've never had an opportunity like this in your lifetime. Let's keep on going. The stampede away from the Democratic Party is occurring in battleground states, the bluest states, and the reddest states too, according to a new analysis of voter registration data by the New York Times. This is why I'm going to be working with Scott Pressler in Pennsylvania to get gun owners registered. Guys, they are vulnerable. Let's freaking go. Few measurements reflect the luster of a political party's brand more clearly than the choice by voters to identify with it. This is, again, reinforcing what we've been saying on this channel for 9 months. You're not getting it anywhere else in the gun world. You can fight what they're doing on a day-to-day inter-day basis, or you can go after the heart and the root cause of the issue, which this is the root cause of the issue. You have an opportunity to destroy them. Let's keep on going. And fewer Americans are choosing to be Democrats because the brand is toxic. All told, Democrats lost around 2.1 million registered voters between 2020 and 2024 elections in 30 states, along with D.C., that allow people to register with political party. In the remaining 20 states, voters do not register with a political party. Republicans gained 2.4 million. That is 4.5 million people either switched or stayed away from the Democrat Party. Guys, that's massive. You want to know how Trump wins the popular vote? That right there. The Democrat brand, the gun control brand, all the people that make up the coalition of the Democrats are suffering. This is an unparalleled opportunity. Jump on the train. The time to grind is right now. There are still more Democrats registered nationwide than Republicans, partly because of big blue states like California allow people to register by party, while red states like Texas don't. So they're almost losing nationally, and we aren't even counting Texas. Okay. But the trajectory is troublesome for Democrats, and there are growing tensions over what to do about it. I mean, you see Gavin Newsom doing all of his little stuff. Katie is doing a lot of stuff against Gavin Newsom in his little, shoulder, little finger thing that he does. He's trying to claim the mantle of the Democrat Party. He's trying to become the king of the ashes, is what he's trying to do. Anyway, let's keep on going. I don't want to say the death cycle of the Democratic Party, but there seems to be no end to this, said Michael Pruser, who tracks voter registration closely as the director of data science for Decision Desk Headquarters, an election analysis site. There is no silver lining or cavalry coming across the hill. This is month after month, year after year. Speaking of Katie, she just texted me. That's funny. The shift also previewed Democrat weaknesses in 2024. The party saw some of its steepest declines in registration among men and younger voters, the Times analysis found. That's why they want to spend that $20 million to court young men again. Hey, I'll give you some free advice right now, Dems. Don't tell them you hate them. Don't blame them for everything being their fault, and you might have a conversation. I don't know. But you're not going to listen to me. I'm just a guy on the internet. I like guns. I must be an idiot. All 4 presidential battleground states covered by the Times analysis, Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania, showed significant Democrat erosion. That's the whole ball of wax, guys. J.D. Vance, Republicans in the future, Senate, House. If you can't get people to identify with your brand as a just voter registration, how are you going to get them to the polls? Guys, the difference that what you're talking, and I really want to be clear on this. Let me go big screen real quick. The difference of which you're talking about is edging out a victory where you still maintain power or edging out a supermajority. If you work right now when they are this vulnerable, you go from a, haha, we still have the majority, to, haha, you're irrelevant. You want to talk about getting rid of the NFA? You want to talk about getting nationwide national reciprocity? You want to talk about removing suppressors? You want to do all of these little goody items? This is how you do it. You take the ball when you have it and you run straight over their proverbial faces. You don't sit there and go, haha, we held them off real good. We'll be ready for them the next time they come for us. No. Grind. They're losing all the battleground states. They're losing the registration voter data. They're losing everything. Man, Katie is onto some stuff right now. Her video is going to be awesome today. All right, let's get back into this. Top Democratic strategists say the party's nationwide registration decline is hidden in plain sight crisis that must be reversed before the 2028 election. Consider this. In 2018, Democrats accounted for 34% of new voter registrations nationwide, while Republicans were only 20%. Yet, by 2024, Republicans had overtaken Democrats among new registrants. That graph right there tells you everything you need to know. There was a switch in 2023. The peak woke everything from the Democrats, destroyed them. Now, I can go on and on and on, but here's a really good summation. We fell asleep at the switch, said Maria Cardona, a veteran party strategist and longtime member of the DNC. But Democrats are divided and flummoxed over what to do. I'm going to link the article right down there, and you can go into it at your leisure. But guys, you have to understand, you are in a position right now where you can grind so hard with so little resistance because they are distraught, they are ununified, they don't know what they're doing, they're having a civil war within their own party, and the voters don't even want to be registered with them, much less go to the polls for them. You have an opportunity to grind so hard for aggressive pro-gun, pro-freedom candidates on the Republican side because you have even more leeway in between the middle margins. That's what I've got for you guys. Let me know if I landed that plane. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.